took a dislike to me. To cut a long story short, all my hard work was ruined. I often wish that I was still young and strong enough to put the garden back in order, but those days are gone. Now the garden is yours, and you're facing a challenge that even I might not be able to beat. My name is Jardinero. You've probably heard of me, and if you haven't, then you should have. I am the best gardener on Piñata Island. Even after all this time, there's no one as good as I was. The land that you are messing about with used to be my garden. I could make any plant grow and have any piñata stay in the garden. Well, apart from one piñata. Let's face it, if I couldn't get one, no one else could. Now, forget about all that. You've got a long way to go before you can even call this a garden. Not long after I started the garden, I met my wonderful wife. She worked on the ships which traded piñata for other goods. This was in the days when piñata only left the island by boat. Piñata Central hadn't been built then. We got married the day that the first parts arrived to build Piñata Central. Mother, my wife, stayed on the island for a whole year, and our first child was born. We called him Stardust. When Stardust was 2 years old, my wife had to go back to sea. Piñata Central had installed the first canonata, and there were requests for more piñata than ever before. My garden was already impressive, and I could supply Piñata Central with really good piñata. With Mother gone, I set about teaching little Stardust about piñata and making the best garden in Piñata Island history. Little Stardust grew quickly, just like my garden. I hired a helper called Lester to do some of the less skillful jobs in the garden. He was okay, but he was always writing things down, drawing pictures and making plans. I'd ask him to do something and he'd mess it up. I'd tell him how to do it properly and he'd write it all down. If he listened more and wrote less, he might have been more useful. I also found him trying to take shortcuts. He'd miss out some important work just so he could pack an extra couple of piñata into a crate to Piñata Central. Stardust was learning more and more every day, which was a good job because I found Lester messing around with sweets. One afternoon, I was walking down past the gooseberry bushes when I found Lester stirring a pot of sticky red and black liquid, which smelled sour. The secret of happy piñata is good candy. It's one shortcut you can't afford to take. Start messing with candy, and who knows what effect it would have on a piñata. I sacked Lester on the spot, and little Stardust took over his job. Replaced by a little boy! Lester was quite angry about it, but I knew that Piñata Central only wanted the best piñata. It was a good job that Stardust was such a natural gardener, like his dad, because our little family soon had a new member. Our second child, Leafos, was born during Mother's shore leave. Mother had to go back to sea very soon after Leafos was born. I brought up Leafos, continued Stardust training, and maintained my fantastic garden. Leafos loved the garden so much she used to take flowers into her room at night. And it didn't stop there. She tried to take a marzipan to bed one night, and I had to draw the line. The next day, I gave her some paper and pencils, and she started drawing all the things she saw in the garden, so she could put them up in her room. As she got older, she wrote about the plants and piñata as well as drawing pictures. In next to no time, her walls were covered with sketches and writing, so we made a book to keep it all in. That was the start of my journal, where a record of everything in the garden was kept. In the old days, I was an expert romance dancer. Mother was caught by surprise, and my second daughter was born at sea. Mother named her after the migrating storks that followed the ship. Little Storkos spent all her early years on the ships with Mother. She was taught to read by sailors and the comic books they collected. She grew up running around the decks, pretending to have superpowers. In the old days, the piñata had to fetch their own eggs from Egg Mountain. Lots of eggs were broken before the parents could roll them home. Piñata Central needed more piñatas to fill all the party requests in all the gardens. Even mine couldn't romance the piñatas fast enough. When Mother's ship docked, Storkos came to the garden. She played and worked in the garden with Leafos and Stardos until one day Storkos went missing. We called for her, but she didn't show up until 2 bunnycombs had done their romance dance. Swooping down from Egg Mountain with her cloak flapping behind her, Storkos flew into the garden and gently dropped off the bunnycomb eggs, safe and sound, into the garden. Overnight, the piñata romance dance problem was solved. Every piñata knew that its egg would be delivered safely. Storkos had become Piñata Island's very own superhero.
Hello. Chocolate cash melting in your pocket? I'll take it. I'm not fussy. Now? My shopkeeper sense is tingling. Good price, right? I know, it's like I'm stealing from myself. Found what... Looks like I need to order...
Guess what? What is it? Now, Mark! Very well. If you have anything else that requires tinkering, let me know before I leave, rather than calling me out again later. I'm tired of tripping over potholes in that
Hi there. Get in, get spending, then get... No, only joking. So that's... Looks like... Thanks. Thanks. extending the opening hours would pay off. Come in, come in. And looks. Thanks. I wish I could say I replace all faulty items, but I kind of don't. Found what you want. I wish you off so soon. Got the Good morning. Can I interest you in something seedy? Oh, no, I don't mean like that. Found what you want. Looks. Good morning. How are you today? Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. So that's you. Okay.
Here, now mark the items on which the one to you
Can you help us?
Hello. Chocolate cash melting in your pocket? I'll take it. I'm not fussy. So that... Okay. Transaction's done. No credit or... Found what you... You won't... Transaction's done. No credit or refunds. Sold as seen. An ex... Okay. Nothing beats the taste of hard-earned chocolate cash. So... Time out. Looks like... Thanks. I wish I could say I replace all faulty items off so soon.
If you...
Okay. Hello? If you could... So...
There! See? Oh! If...